Not fun. What is the making of a successful journey? It's kind of funny how Wall Street will outline what that journey is supposed to look like for you. You start here, you do this, and you end here. Yet results may vary, ladies and gentlemen, and by vary, a more accurate assessment of the situation is it will fail for the vast majority of you, 97, 98% or more, and it will succeed for the chosen few. But what is the making of a successful journey? Well, that depends on how one defines success. To me, the most successful journey that people come to me with is trying to find a way to either retire, take care of themselves, by themselves and or loved ones around them financially and not have to worry about any other job for the rest of their life. That is the true definition of success on a journey. Now, while I don't need to tell you that we, Wall Street gurus, like the one speaking to you through the screen right now, might have some responsibility in the fact that you failed. However, you will still be financially responsible for your wins and losses. Now, why is it Wall Street's fault? It's very easy to point a finger at somebody else. And as somebody who grew up in the hood, I am not the type of person that wants to come to you and show you how to point a finger at someone else. But this is not pointing it at an individual. This is pointing it at Wall Street as a whole. So I'm going to tell you where Wall Street went wrong, and then I'm going to tell you how to fix it. And I might through this video give you the most powerful video through your successful journey as a trader. Who knows? Maybe it will. I would bet it will. I'll make you a challenge that if you could follow everything that I am saying through this video, that I have no doubt that the odds of your success have skyrocketed so hard that I would bet money on it as a sure bet of your success. That's kind of bold given an industry where most people fail. Why don't we start here? The typical Wall Street fallacies, things that don't help the majority of people. For me to say that a certain strategy doesn't work is a very powerful statement because there might be one person, two people, 10 people, 20 people out of the millions that can make such strategy work. Wall Street is really good at finding people like yours truly and countless others, putting a mic in front of our face, putting a screen in front of our faces, and giving us the ability to portray our conviction. Now, I could show you a lot of things, which again is the build the trust effect. I could take, if I took a picture in front of my front door, you would probably believe that I was phenomenally wealthy. If I took a picture in front of my vehicles, you probably would think I was so phenomenally wealthy. And the unfortunate part about it is you would probably believe every word I said as a fact because I have the assets to prove it. When in actuality, a lot of that is going to be nonsensical at best for the majority of you. So instead of showing you my P&L, instead of showing you my consistency, which I did it for a couple months straight, I'm up money this month as well, just like I was last month, and that goes on. I don't even know how many years at this point. What does that do for you? This is about your journey, not mine, yours. And I want to help you walk through this journey. And I'm not going to pave it with nonsense. I'm not going to pave it with a fallacy or a fantasy of my successes. I'm going to paint it in a way in which you can understand and find your own success. Now, how did Wall Street lead you astray? Well, when you talk about certain things in the market, if I ask traders, if I asked you right now, you're listening, it's late at night, I'm doing a video for you right now, I literally stopped and asked you and I said, how important is psychology? How important is it for your success as a trader? What percentage of trading do you think psychology plays a part of? You can feel free to type it in the comment section right now if you'd like. Most traders will give a number well over 50%, referring that the majority of success as a trader comes from psychology. Now, everybody can know that, but the psychology that a girl who was beaten by her father, left at an early age, and had to grow up fending for herself is going to be much different than the psychological lesson that I would have to teach somebody who was pretty much in a very beneficial situation in life, had parents who took very well care of her from every financial aspect, and she had different issues, for example, growing up trader A from trader B from trader C from trader D. So how dare I, or how dare does anybody else make a blanket statement saying that this is best for you? The truth is, there are a lot of different things that are good for you, good for me, and wouldn't be good for him or her or him or her. So how is it possible that through this one video, I'm going to help you take this journey as a trader for your success? Because most people, they are taught certain things. They're taught the math and they're not taught the journey. Now, what do I mean? For example, I'm glad I'm glad you're thinking along the same lines as me. For example, if you said, you know, you make 3-to-1 risk reward, you bat 45%, and you're like, well, mathematically, if I'm risking $1,000 per trade, you could do, or let's even make the numbers easier. You're batting 50%. You're batting 3 for 1 because I know there are a lot of traders who are like, I bet less than 50% I make money. And yes, it's mathematically possible, but the point is for 98, 99% of you, that will be an impossible journey to follow. So over the years of tens of thousands of traders, I had to find the most logical journey, and I just simply do it by numbers. I basically said, if I came to 10,000 traders and showed them this thing, this many would be successful. On Wall Street right now, closer to 98% of people fail, meaning if you brought 10,000 traders and you taught them any form of content whatsoever, and I literally mean whatsoever, I literally mean 10,000 traders, maybe 20 of them will come out successful. 20. If you're standard, if you're good, 30, 40, 50. I believe if you gave me 10,000 traders, I believe that depending on the type of trader, depending on the average personality, some will be easier and some will be more difficult. I bet I could do 6, 7,000 of them as successful. That's leaving a lot behind. Well, there's one thing I have control over, and there's one thing I do not have control over. The one thing I do not have control over through this, what I'm going to share with you today, is what you do at the end of your screen. However, if you're unable to follow what I'm saying, you really did watch this video and you didn't just, leave already because I'm wearing an awesome Newsbeat Bandit hat on right now, you might actually say to yourself, this is, impossible, or this is nonsense, or whatever. But if you make it through this video, I will guarantee you that your odds of success, and I cannot tell you how much because it will be different for every person, will skyrocket enormously if you finish watching the end of this video. Okay. 3-to-1 risk reward. You make 3, you lose 1. You take 30 trades, you make on 15 trades, you bet $1,000 per trade, so you made $45,000 and you lost on 15 trades, but you lost one when you were wrong, and you lost $15,000. You lost $15,000 for a total of 30 grand. And I could come and I could show you that, and you could be like, I totally get it. I totally don't need to bat high. I totally don't need to do this. And I could flash you millions of dollars in P&L if that will make you feel better as I explain this to you. And I could show you in front of six-figure vehicles and seven-figure houses, and I could do all that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to look at the number on my screen, um, and you could say that's great. But the reason why I'm not doing it is not only because I'm not a useless expletive bag, but I'm actually here to help you. I'm not here to astonish you. I'm not here to build up my credibility with you. I'm here to help you become successful, and I'm doing it the best way that I know how right now tonight, almost 10:47 p.m. on a Wednesday, December 18th, and this is how you do it. So, the thing here is a lot of these trades that do this, what they're not mentioning is, for example, a lot of time you might risk $1 to make $3. But let me ask you something. When you risk $3, when you risk $1 to make $3, if you buy a stock, you buy whatever number, 500 shares, 1,000 shares, 100 shares, whatever your number is, doesn't matter really. And you're down 60 cents in a stock that you're risking $1 in to make 3. How many people have anxiety at this point? How many people are pissed at this point? How many people want to throw away your trade at this point? I do. 20-year veteran Mark Melnick. Type in 11 if that is you right now. That you take a trade, 3-to-1 risk reward. You know the thing. You are supposedly told that you'll make 50% of your money, which is kind of funny because you always have to change your strategy. So if anybody's sharing with you a strategy that works consistently 50% of the time, they are consistently full of manure because the strategies keep changing. The one thing that doesn't change, the one thing that remains constant in the market, ladies and gentlemen, is your psychology. So if we fix your psychology and we teach you how to adapt to every trade as it's changing in real time in the current environment, you are going to learn it and you are going to adapt quickly and you are going to be long-term successful. Not I'm successful for 1 month, I'm successful for 2 months, I crapped the bag the next month, I crapped the bag the next month, and I made the next month, and all of a sudden you're spinning your wheels in a circle and you don't know what the expletive is happening. The strategies that I do today might not work tomorrow. The only difference between me and other people on Wall Street is I admit that. You need to admit that right now. The strategies you do might not work tomorrow. So what is the journey you can take? Well, once we fix your psychology, we can fix everything else. So I tell traders when they're having all these issues because their traders are coming to me, how many screenshots can I show you right now from people who are just batting 90% plus in the room? Who are just batting 90%. Not even just on trades. A lot of trades 100% they're batting on certain days. But like 90.5%. This was a losing trader who couldn't make sense of anything, crying on the phone to me, not knowing what the expletive to do. Mark, I need your help. I don't know what to do. This is that trader. What changed? How is this trader's oh, and she mapped out this was the prior Newsbeat video. Don't care to share that now. How can this trader's journey help you? You know, it's funny. You're always told that you need to make dollars in the market, dollars and dollars, because that's the only way you could bet 50% and make money is you're making a lot of money when you're right, as opposed to when you're wrong. What they're not telling you is that can be extremely difficult. What if? What if I can cure your FOMO? What if I could cure your psychological toxicity? I've been around the block a few times where you don't think I need to know, you don't think I know what I need to tell you right now? Just set it and forget it. Oh, that rhymed. Huh, that's very clever there, Mr. Melnick. You bought a stock at $20, 3-to-1 risk reward, 2-to-1 risk reward, whatever your 4-to-1 risk reward, whatever it is. You buy at 20, your stop is 19.50, your take target is 21.50. You make 3 when you're right. You're like, damn, that makes sense. Look, I'm doing the math here. If I could just bet 50%, heck, if I could bet 40%, that would work. You're never going to bet 40% using a strategy like that if your life depended on it. That's what they're not telling you. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flash you some of my P&Ls. I'll flash you 7-figure P&Ls, and you're going to be like, oh my God, this Mark Melnick is good. And then I'm going to flash you a whole load of nonsense because that's how I make the majority of my money, right? Selling you an educational course, selling you a thing. What if helping you was free? What if what I'm doing today doesn't cost you a damn cent? What if I am staying up right now, spending my time with zero intention of promoting anything, just to really help you get to that level as a trader? Maybe that is my purpose. Just maybe. Maybe there is a little bit of good on Wall Street. You know what you should do on your journey? If you are failing and you have tried everything, strip it down to the bare minimum. What do you mean, strip it down to? You mean you want me to take off my clothes on camera? No, I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to educate you. If you are failing in everything, prove to me that you can make 10 cents on a trade. I kid you not. I don't care. Take one. You have zero commission broker. Take one share. Take one share of stock. Make 10 cents. Make a dime, like a coin, like a dime. Do that. Do that for 2 weeks in a row, 3 weeks in a row, 4 weeks in a row. Go ahead and do it. Mark, that's not where I want to be as a trader right now. I don't want to see if I can. I know I can make 10 cents. Bull nonsense. Can you do that? Bull nonsense. Bull whatever that you cannot do that. Oh, well, of course I can. Are you challenging me, Mark? You're damn right I am. You're damn right I am. You show me the trader that for 2 weeks straight can do one trade in the morning, make 10 cents 4 out of 5 of those days when they're right, lose 10 cents 1 out of 5 days when they're wrong. You show me that trader, and I will show you a millionaire in the making. How's that for a challenge? How's that? What if trading was as good as your first shot? Did you know that traders have the highest probability of success on their first 2 trades? Did nobody share with you that perspective? Did your broker hide that information from you, ladies and gentlemen? Do they have an incentive with you trading more and more shares? Hmm. I don't have that incentive. I don't get paid a penny regardless of what you trade. I could care less what you trade. I care about your success. You want to believe the nonsense out there? All these things that, oh, well, Mark Melnick uses news to pick his plays. I don't use news. Look, here's the bottom line. The best news traders in the world make far more, and if you've seen the numbers I've seen, far more than the best technical traders on the planet. The best fundamental traders in the world make way more than the best technical analysts. You think the guys with, you think, just be honest, do you think that Warren Buffett is sitting there looking at a daily chart of Apple? Could you imagine that? Could you imagine Warren Buffett looking at a daily chart of Apple? It seems like the Bollinger Bands here have broken out to the upside. This should this should bode fairly well for my position. Huh. You think like that's what he's looking at? You think he's looking at support lines and moving averages and whatnot? Do you really think so? Of course he isn't. You as a trader have to find a way to make money on the intraday. But Mark, I'm a better swing trader. No, you're not. You are not a better swing trader. Well, look, of course I am. I held these positions and they kept going up. Well, then why are you intraday trading? What's the point? You claim you're a better swing trader. You're going to be going through some ups and downs, and God bless you if you have the heart to go through it. Me, I don't. I want to give you a challenge right now. I bet you can do it. You ready for my challenge? You ready? Whether you're trading options or stock, don't care. I want you to trade less than 5 minutes a day. I want you to define the true use of a Newsbeat Bandit. Today, we were focused on Facebook. We were focused on Facebook for our one and done. What does that mean? We buy through the top of the first 1 minute candle that breaks. Here's Facebook. Boom, boom, we bought here through $200.56 and wrote it up. Look at this. This is a 1 minute chart. Look at that. This was our focus today. You want to tell me news doesn't matter? You really want to tell me news doesn't matter? Do you think it's funny how that was the number one stock? Everybody in the room we collaborated together on it. We're trading Facebook. We're trading one of the largest stocks on the planet. But why? Why would we do that? Why would we do that? I'll share with you. It's a little link right over here that I'm going to paste it for you so you could read it. This was the news on Facebook. Deutsche Bank upgrades Facebook to a $270 target from 260 and calls it the top large cap pick for 2020. That came out this morning. Okay, Mark, maybe a lot of stocks went up early on, but you want to know the difference? My stocks will go up more often with a news play than not a news play. If you have volume and whatever, and there's not a big upgrade or thing that we decipher, it's not going to work consistently. People who say you can't bet 70, 80, 90%, they'll tell you that because they're trying to pitch you into something. They're trying to get you to buy something. They're telling you you can't do it because they can't do it. But I promise you, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of traders who are doing it around me 5 trading days a week, which will be 4 trading days next week because of Christmas, but you get the picture. They are doing this 5 days a week. Anytime somebody tells you that you can't do something in the market, it's just their way of holding you back because they haven't figured it out yet. You see, the difference is when I'm telling you you can bat 50% and you can try to do this and that there is probably somebody in the world who will do it for a certain amount of time. What I am telling you is that person 99 whatever percent of the time is not going to be you. So here's my challenge. You want to be successful? You really want to get rid of FOMO. You want to really get rid of fear of pulling the trigger. You know what I'm supposed to tell you? Set it and forget it. Buy in, set a stop, accept your stop, accept what you're going to lose, and have your take profit there. That's what I'm supposed to tell you. But that's a lie because it doesn't work. Not that it's a lie that what they're telling you is false information. They're telling you information that's impossible to follow, even though it sounds simple. Because if you go ahead and you do something like that, you are likely going to fall off. Now, can you make 10 cents? I want to start small goals. You want to strip away your FOMO? You want to strip away your psychological toxicity? No matter what I say is not going to accomplish it. What you do, if what I'm saying leads to what you do, that will accomplish it. Let me show you how to accomplish it. I want you to prove to yourself that you can make 10 cents a day. Like literally buying through here on Facebook and selling it within a minute or two. The Facebook one and done took a little longer today. Your day would have had to end it by 9:34 to 9:35 if you're trying to make 10 cents off it. There are people who are front running it. There are people who are making tens of thousands of dollars in a room in less than this 10-minute move, in less than it. And they're doing it quite frequently. There are people making more money in the room than I am doing these strategies, and I'm doing pretty damn well for what I need to consider successful. And all you have to do is buy through the first 1 minute bar, and I know I'm showing you the one thing I took today, and then we attacked it on a Mark 5 strategy just to show you where it is and where we bought. We bought it right up here, right through 201.98. Look at that. For a targeted day highs at 202.68. 10 minutes later, the stock literally jumped up almost a full dollar. Look at that. And then, of course, much higher. And that's the second trade we took today. The type of trades that you set up and take are going to have everything behind it. You're going to have volume, is very important. You're going to have a technical setup that is conducive. And yes, if you do want to hit these high rates, the reason why traders cannot do it is they are not following the news. So here's my challenge for you for success. I want to build you up from the ground up. I want you to prove to yourself that you can make, I need to build up your confidence. No matter what money you make is not going to help you. No matter what money you lose will end up hurting your psychology and causing psychological toxicity. Here's my challenge for you. I want you to make one trade and 10 cents in the morning. One trade and 10 cents as your own. You buy a stock. Where do I sell? Don't worry. I'm building you up from the ground up. I don't know what your issue is. We could delve into it on an individual basis. Do you have issues with your family? Has somebody been mean to you? Is somebody being toxic in your life right now? Do you have problems with your mother, your father, your this? Do you even know who they are? Did that hurt you psychologically growing up? We could sit here and we could delve into everybody's individual problems. And everybody will require a different answer based on the severity of their upbringing. That is a fact. But, just maybe, if I could just sledgehammer all of that stuff down and just knock it down to the ground and then build you up from the ground up. None of this BS, none of this nonsense which anybody's been telling you. If you can't make 10 cents, what on earth makes you think you can risk $1 to make $3 or 50 cents to make $1.50 or make 30 cents and risk 10 cents every time? What makes you think that you could do that? Yes, I could go back and look at my charts and show you situations where you could have done it in hindsight, but that's not going to help you either. So I want you to make 10 cents a day, 4 days a week. Yes, you can bat 80%. And anybody who tells you that they can't do it, the amount of empirical evidence that I have from my own results, and more importantly from the people around me, I can guarantee you that it is not only true, but it's probably one of the greatest things that I have accomplished as a stockroom trading broadcaster, a guru, in my entire life. So stop eating the nonsense. Prove to yourself that you can make 10 cents a day. Well, what do I do then? Shut the damn computer down. Lock in. Forget about the who cares? I don't care if you make $1 or 10 cents or $10. Now, again, some people have a different situation. Well, Mark, I have 3 kids to feed. I have $30,000 trading account. Can I make $5,000, $6,000 a day and pay my bills? You're in a different situation. You are much harder to help and much harder to follow what I'm telling you with here, because you need to get on that track right away if your savings are dwindling. If you have a secondary job or a primary job and trading is just one of them, that you could learn the nice, easy way, and I can sit here and build this foundation up for you and do it the proper way, you will have a great chance of success. If you are in a rush and you need to make the money by X amount of time before your wife wants to wrap her hands around your throat and ring and see if any money comes out of your nose, fine. Like, you're in a different situation. But there's a proper way to do things, and there's an improper way to do things. If you told somebody they have, an hour to come up with $1 million, one of their options might be robbing a bank. That might be one of the things that cross their mind, robbing a jewelry store. But if you're here to trade for the long run and you have the time, which is your most valuable asset. You have money saved in the bank or you're working a primary job, and you have the time to build yourself up. And again, everyone's in a different situation. You know, I find it funny how these, people will come out and they'll tell you what to do, but they take zero account into what situation you're in because it's too complex and they don't care to talk about it and they don't want to involve themselves with the drama. And it's too easy for me to just tell you what to do with zero feedback of who you are, where you are, what you came from, what you did in life, and who you are as an individual human being. I get it. I don't want to. No, 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 no. Please, please, please. I don't want to go there, ladies and gentlemen. So let's just be honest on what my strategy is for. Do you want to do it the right way? Do you have the means to do it the right way? Maybe you don't have the means to do it the right way. And then we have to have a different conversation. I could do another video. But if you do, and you can allow me to topple down everything you've done and start you from scratch, and you do these stupid little 1-2 minute trades, and you make these stupid little 5, 6 low 6-figure salaries a year doing this simple stuff, and you become successful, you know, then maybe this was the most important video that you've ever watched in your life. I do have a strategy that does work, that you can apply 8 out of 10 times or more to make yourself money. I do have that strategy. I do. It's called the one and done. And there's videos on the internet to see it. Or you could watch us do it in real time, the Newsbeat live room, which again, I'm not even going to talk about a link or where to sign up. I'm sure you figured that out by now. I don't I don't need you to sign up for my service in order for you to be successful in this manner in which I'm doing. Maybe you can't afford my room. God bless you. You're just trying to get as much free information as you can. And maybe that's why I'm here tonight, talking to you. Maybe that's why I'm here telling you that the stuff that people in Wall Street are telling you are false, they're lies, and anytime somebody can't do something, they call it impossible. You see, I'm not somebody who can bat 50%, making 3 when I'm right and losing 1 when I'm wrong. I don't do that. I guarantee you there is somebody in the ether that can apply a strategy like that and make it work. What I'm saying is people don't talk about the psychological implications when they're applying a strategy. You are batting 50%. You are going to suffer so much psychological toxicity that you're not even going to know what to do with yourself at the end of the day. And if you want to go ahead and apply to, here's some fancy P&Ls, and here's a Lamborghini and a Ferrari and a fancy house and blah, 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 and I'm going to go ahead and apply this strategy and you're going to blow up and you're going to wonder why it happened. It's because of exactly what I'm saying right now. You are not psychologically fit to do that strategy. I'm not psychologically fit to do that strategy. Don't take offense to it. We're all human beings. Some people suppress their feelings and suppress toxicity better than others. I am not that person. I am an extremely emotional human being. I guess you could see it right out through my video. Could you imagine saying, I have no emotions whatsoever? Would you even believe me if I, lied to you like that? Uh, you have to do something that works for you. And if you could show me somebody who could take whatever, I'll just make it up 100 shares and make 10 cents a day. You make $30 a week. Why? Because you make $40 4 days a week, 10 each day, and you lose $10 on the Friday, whatever, just making up the day of the week. And you end up 30 bucks. You show me a trader who could do that with 100 shares, taking 5 trades a week, and I will show you how to become a millionaire. How's that? If you could do that. And you know what? If you could do that, I'll show you how you could do other strategies effectively. But for God's sake, ladies and gentlemen, if you can't make 10 cents on a trade, what makes you think you can consistently make 50 cents or a dollar? I mean, where's the logic? I have a 4-year-old, and when he was 3, we have this hoop that's, I don't know, maybe 7 feet high, and it's like one of those hoops that you like go to the arcades and you put in the quarter and you get to shoot them, the little mini rims with the little basketballs. And he could not do it for his life. I'd have to pick him up and hold him above the thing so he can dunk it, and he enjoyed doing that. But he started with those the little tyke hoop. They have the little tyke hoop, which he could just dunk the ball every time, and he could throw it in, and he doesn't shoot like Steph Curry yet, but he could do that. Now imagine I took that kid before I showed him those things and I put him on a basketball court with a real basketball and a 10-foot rim and said, go ahead and get it in. He would be discouraged. He would get destroyed. He wouldn't know what on earth was happening. So when I'm taking you through this process, whether you've been trading 1 year or 10 years or 20 years or 50 years, it's all the same. It's better late than never every time. I want you to prove to yourself that you can make 10 cents on a trade. And if you could do that, you can be a successful trader. You can have a successful journey. But if you're not willing to take the easiest step of a successful journey, how can I show you the harder steps when they come up? I hope you guys enjoyed this Newsbeat show. Slap the like button if you enjoyed this video. Happy trading, make money. I will see you guys tomorrow on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.